that were being given on the platform. After seeing all the programs, I got interested in them. After the programs were done with, Arun sir announced Diploma D Master Trainer course. I was totally impressed by the way Arun sir was taking us through cognitive science topics. We started to know how the human mind works. So we came to know about the different parts of a presentation, like the opening, the body, the closing. Also, we learned about the neocortex, the limbic brain, and the primitive or the reptilian brain. So also we learned about how to do the conceptualization of a topic. So all these things, and also I would like to mention about Vaiti sir, who had taken us to the topics like voice training, script writing, narrative grammar, PowerPoint session, Audacity, and DaVinci app. So all these were just, had an extreme impact on me, and I have almost, the confidence and the clarity with which I was taking part and involving myself in the sessions grew, and also my presentation, which was done on the 17th of this month, change management. I could not believe myself that I could take up the presentation and go about it so smoothly. So this contribution, the contribution that Arun sir and Vaiti sir had given us, and the way they taught us and took us. Also, I would like to mention the implicit learning which has been taken place in us, and all it has just changed the way of life I'm living. Like it has changed before 5 months it was, and now it is. So it has changed. Quantum change has taken place, and I really appreciate and the contribution and to the society Arun sir and Vaiti sir have made, and it has led us to a very impactful impression on me as well as others. So I thank you very much, Arun sir, and thank you very much, Vaiti sir, and thank you all the members of the Diploma D Master Trainer course. And I just appreciate and thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Sujata Balaji ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Mahesh. And is your good friend here, Mr. Vardhan Seshadri, today evening to join us?
No, ma'am. He's a busy man. He's from Usha Fire Safety and he's always traveling.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wish he could have been here. Thank you so much. Now, with such wonderful inputs, which we also resonate, we too echo the same experience over the last 4 months and a few weeks, the way we've been interacting, the way we've been moving with our learning, multiplying our knowledge and undergoing a transformation. So with these credentials, we have this person, an eminent person of our community, Mr. Mohammad Sageer, who's going to present a wonderful topic. A little bit on his profile. He is a passionate and certified soft skills trainer, very aspirational and also a motivational speaker. And his strong belief is that goals can be achieved through proper physical, mental, intellectual, financial, and spiritual preparedness. Now, with him, he brings an array of impressive knowledge, their skills and experience to impart to all participants, not only here, wherever he touches base through his programs. And this creates an everlasting impact on their minds and ultimately creates the desired transformation. Such is the effect that Mr. Sageer has been causing, is causing, and shall cause in the future. Now, on his professional front, he has worked for more than 12 years as a high-performing sales professional in pharma industries and successfully created a demand in various markets by leading the executives in a diverse Indian and MNC organizations. This is highly commendable. This domain, I think he has conquered through his willingness. And he's also been playing a role of coaching his team members in various organizations where he has been associated and he is supporting them in enhancing their knowledge and skill levels. And I think this is perfect professionalism for a trainer. And he is passionate about self-improvement training programs because that is where the real transformation happens. Now, his academics is a long list of accomplishment from a post-graduation in human genetics from Andhra University. Genetics, a very cult stream of education. And he has graduated from PB Siddhartha College, Vijayawada. He also has reputed certifications from renowned institutions like the IATD, where it caters to training and development, training in public speaking skills from Speak and Grow, that's the organization, and Speak to Lead and speaker, trainer, coach programs, where now that is currently pursuing the DDMT course under Mr. Arun Subramanian through this online platform. He is also passionate about his flagship programs, and that is one of the programs he's going to deliver today. I wouldn't wish to express the topic. I give the honor to him as well. And this is all about the sales skills and self-leadership programs which become a part of his presentation. Finally, his mission is to help people to achieve their goals through customized and crafted self-improvement training programs. And these impart required knowledge, skills, and attitude. Always there is a touch with these programs that there's a lot of zeal, there's a lot of enthusiasm, thought provocation, and implicit learning. Such activities define his flagship programs. So let us watch out which of these is he going to reflect today evening and share with us and give us a great takeaway for the day and for the rest of our journey as a trainer. With this, I hand over the stage to Mohammad Sageer. Mr. Sageer, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind introduction. It is very overwhelming. So thank you so much. And am I audible? And the recording is going on, no, ma'am?
Very clear.
Yes.
And it's
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And let me share the screen, sir. Oh, it is disabled. Screen sharing is not happening. Disable participant screen sharing.
I have enabled the screen share, Mr. Sageer.
Okay. Welcome you all, friends. Thank you so much for providing the opportunity to bore you with my presentation for next 1.5 hours. So let me ask you a boring question. How many of you expect greater success, greater accomplishments, and more happiness in your life? I hope all of you, right? Everybody.
All of us.
Yes, all of us.
Yes, everybody expect all the success, and there is one quality that guarantees you, and we'll see what is that quality. So, friends, can somebody find out who is this gentleman is? Can somebody unmute and tell? Okay, let me tell you.
Brian Tracy.
Yeah, this is Brian Tracy, a famous public speaker, best-selling author, and life coach, whatnot he is. And he one day attends one conference, and during his lunchtime, he sees that one older gentleman walks in and searching for the table to have a lunch. And Brian Tracy invites him to join his table. And this gentleman joins. And by the way, this gentleman name is Mr. Kopmeyer. And who is this Kopmeyer? Kopmeyer is a best-selling author. He has already written 4 best-selling books, and he has derived 1,000 success principles in those 4 books. and they will have nice conversation. And in between, Brian Tracy asks him, Mr. Kopmeyer, tell me, out of your 1,000 success principles, which is the #1 success principle? So, friends, you might have guessed already what is that #1 success principle. You might have guessed it, right? That is nothing but self-discipline. And Kopmeyer explains very beautifully, very simply why it is so. Because if you have self-discipline, remaining rest of the 9,900 success principles will work, otherwise they will not work. So now let me ask you, what exactly the self-discipline is? I want your active participation here. What exactly the self-discipline is all about? How do you define this self-discipline?
Will to do something.
Sir, great to do?
Will.
Will to do something. Okay, okay, nice answer.
Follow
Will is-
whatever. Sorry. Please go ahead, Nathu-san.
He told Will, I say will is more important than skill. If you don't have will, even if you have skill, you will fail.
Oh, nice. As always.
I would like to add that discipline or self-discipline is such a thing that we have to do even when we don't want to do it. Usually we don't want to do it, but even then we have to do it. And that is discipline or self-discipline.
Exactly. It's a very near to the definition. So anyone want to share? Bala
Yes,
sir, you want to share?
Yeah. Whatever we decide first internally, we should follow that. That is self-discipline.
Okay. So all of you are correct. And let me define what is self-discipline exactly it is. Yeah. Somebody want to tell something?
Yes, how we from morning to evening, how we keep ourselves in such a discipline in order to execute our works. That is self-discipline, I think.
Yes, sir. Madhur sir, you have told put together everything. We can,
sense.
yeah, we can take the self-discipline in each and every area, and you have just mixed and put together, you have told. So thank you so much for your active participation. Friends, let me define what is self-discipline is all about. Self-discipline is an ability to be emotionally strong and grounded to overcome the weaknesses such as procrastination, laziness, distractions, which actually prevents to take the consistent action so that you can achieve your goals or become successful. So it is an ability to be emotionally strong and grounded to overcome the weaknesses such as procrastination, laziness, which actually prevents to take the consistent massive action so that you can achieve your goals and success. That is the ability, self-discipline. And self-discipline basically have the 4 major components. Number 1 is goals. See, self-discipline is completely goal dependent. And we all know what is goal. What is goal? Goal is what we would like to achieve. And the process of making action plan to achieve those goals is goal setting. So goals are very, very important to maintain the self-discipline. If we don't have specific goal, we can't even think about self-discipline. And the second most component is motivation. Once we set the goal, it is very important to have the specific reason to stick on to that goal. So, for example, if you are following a diet on force of your spouse or on force of your husband, see, you cannot maintain motivation. It will be so hard to you to stick on to that goal. But if you know, if you are having some awareness, or if you have the willingness of looking good to the people and being healthy, so that is the reason which actually keeps you motivated. And we'll go to the next major component. It's delay gratification. What is delay gratification? And it is the act of resisting your impulses to take an immediately available reward in the hope of attaining more valued reward. Simply saying, avoiding the temptation for short-term pleasure for long-term pleasure. That is called the delay gratification. And we'll see all these components, how we can learn in our presentation. So, and the fourth one is, it is persistence. So persistence is the behavior or attitude of doing something stubbornly for a long period of time. So these are the four major components of self-discipline. So friends, I'll show you one video now. Please watch it very carefully. And based on this video, we are going to have a breakout room. So let me share the audio. 1 minute. Say sound. So please watch it carefully.
Okay, sit in that chair. All right, here's the deal. Marshmallow for you. You can either wait, and I'll give you another one if you wait, or you can eat it now. When I come back, I'll give you another one, so then you'll have two. But stay in here and stay in the chair till I come back, okay? All right. I'm gonna go do something and then I'll come back.
It smells yummy. It smells really good.
So it's up to you. You can have it now or you can wait. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna leave and then I'll come back, okay? So you... How'd you do? Did you do good? You did? Yeah. You wanted to eat it, didn't you? Yeah. So did I tell you to give you another one? Okay, now you can have both. You need them.
So friends, this is the video and we'll go to the breakout rooms. Here, you have to work on 2 questions. How this video is related with self-discipline and what all are your observation from this video related with self-discipline. Sujata ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Sageer.
Can you breakout room?
There are 24 average. So how many rooms would you wish to have?
Yeah, 4 breakout rooms are enough because they will share, right? They will share.
All right, all right. Do I open the rooms?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is for how much time?
It is for 20 minutes, sir. 20 minutes.
Okay, thank
Ma'am,
you.
have you created for 20 minutes?
Recording in progress.
Ma'am, everything is okay?
Yes, absolutely. Request everyone to take their breakout room.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, two people, Sumarao ma'am and Ganesh.
Yes, yes.
So I can join any room, right?
Yes, yes. You can proceed to any room to observe their discussion. Paul, aren't you assigned a breakout room?
Actually, the pop-up has gone.
Yeah.
How can I join?
Pardon?
The pop-up has gone already. So how can I join breakout room?
1 second. How
Any-
to? I think as a co-host, it is maybe Suma could help us. Mr. Sageer, you have been assigned room number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shall I move you to 1 so that you'll have access to everything?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'll move you to room 1.
Sure, sure. Yeah.
Do you have the pop-up?
Everybody join? Join the main session.
I think another 3 or 4 people have to return to the main room.
Okay. Shall we start, ma'am? Right. Only 22 people are there.
Yes, apart from the host and co-host, there were 24. Maybe you could start, Mr. Sageer.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Shall we start with room number 4? So what all are your observations? What you have brainstormed?
So I will share screen.
Yes, sir.
Naik sir will present.
Yes, sir. Naik, sir. Please, sir. Sorry, Naik sir?
Yeah, shall I share?
Yeah, it's been already shared, sir. The screen is visible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
We are from room number 4. Myself, Mahesh, Nagireddy sir, and Prakash Badera sir, and Atul Vij. So we discussed following points. In that video, beating the temptation of going opposite direction of the goal was found. That is self-discipline. Some children were tempted, but some hoarded their desire for immediate gratification. They waited for the additional prize. That was found in that. Discipline is nothing but obedience to self-discipline. In children, yes, it is monitored and it was guided. Delayed gratification was observed in the video. A child was very happy to have the second marshmallow. Patience plays an important role in self-discipline. That was observed. Some children are conditioned by their parents, so they follow self-discipline. That's what I said. Their children can be groomed and they are groomed. Those who had self-discipline waiting for sake of another marshmallow was rewarded. Burning desire keeps self-discipline moving. Last, I have this one. What is self-discipline? Definition of self-discipline is do what needs to be done, when it's ought to be done, whether you like it or not. That's self-discipline. Thank you very much.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. Naik sir, can you show some light on, can you share, Mahesh sir? Can you show some light on first point and can you share, Mahesh sir?
Yes.
Yeah. Could you please share once again?
Share kijiye, sir. Yeah.
Can you throw some light on first point and also third point?
First point is there is always temptation to go against the goal. Means goal is set, but it is very difficult. So we normally tend to slow down or change the direction or procrastinate or say, I will do tomorrow, like that. So even this gratification part, why not to eat now itself and enjoy the marshmallow? Who knows whether we'll get it or not after this time. This type of thinking will going in opposite direction. If you avoid that, then the self-discipline is achieved. That's what I
say. Actually, beating the temptation which is going in opposite direction. Yeah, temptation which is going in opposite direction. So
okay.
It's a sentence.
There is always a temptation when you set the goal.
Yes.
There is always a temptation to stop it.
Right.
Another one, what you asked is third point.
Third one, sir. Third one. Discipline.
Discipline is nothing but obedience to self-discipline. Means when you fight this temptation and discipline yourself to move in the direction of your goal, that is self-discipline.
Sir, could you differentiate discipline and self-discipline specifically? I mean, for the benefit of the group.
See, discipline is if I ask you to stand still and you stand still, that is discipline.
Okay.
Without me telling, if you stand still and observe silence, that is self-discipline.
Perfect. Perfect. Because discipline is the authority is from outside, it is extrinsic.
Outside.
And self-discipline is authorities from inside itself.
From within it is.
Intrinsic.
From within.
Yeah, intrinsic. Yeah. Excellent, sir. Excellent points. Thank you so much for making my presentation this much beautiful. And shall we go for next group?
Yeah. My this.
Yes.
Third group. Room number 3. Who is representing?
Mr. Sageer, you were talking about room number 3?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Room number 3, I do not know. Nobody was assigned. Technically, nobody had been in that.
No
room.
issue. No issue, ma'am. No issue.
2
Room
and
number
1.
2. We'll go with room number 2.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
2 is ours, sir. Anil, sir.
Yes,
am
sir.
coming.
Yes, sir.
I am coming, sir. I am coming. 2. So we are room number 2. Our understanding about self-discipline is you get out from soft, cozy bed. That is your comfort zone. This is point number 1. And then self-discipline doesn't mean you go on working and working. You must understand your capacity. You must understand where you are, what are you are at present, where you want to go, or the gap between expected and the present, and then you go in a smooth way. And self-discipline is also self-control and self-resistance from restriction. As the child, they gave the example of chocolate, how much time you can resist so that you can have fruits at, please mute, at a later age. Short time gains are long time pains, everybody knows. And short time pain, little bit you have patience, is always long time gains. Then this is also consistency. Consistency means you do small thing. You do every month some saving, say 500 rupees, and at the end of, say, when you are 60, you have a huge money. You do some yoga for 15 minutes, some fitness for 15 minutes, 20 minutes daily, rather than you don't go. And after 1 week, you say, I will do for 3 hours. That is not a self-discipline. It is embedded. Consistency is embedded in self-discipline. Then self-discipline is also will. Even you have a skill, if you don't have a will, so you are not self-disciplined. Self-discipline, you have passion and hunger to do something. Why you will have passion and hunger? Once you have your goals clarity, your goal should be very clear, then it will help you to have your self-discipline and never give up. Life is never a linear, you know. It doesn't go smoothly. There are ups and downs, you must accept it. That sometime I may fall sick also. There could be some other problem also. So you have to move on. So with this thing in mind, then self-discipline is also, you don't have to bother whatever you are, you know, log kya kahenge. So then don't look towards the public or the people. They will always try to discourage you. Accept some constructive suggestions. Some people will be there to help you out, but most of them, they will try to distract you. Log to kahenge, logon ka kaam hai kehna. Then we must remember the stage come that is called plateau. You know, we think that we have reached at the top level, at some hilltop. No, there are many hills you have to achieve it. That will also help you to be more self-disciplined. If you find that you have reached to the plateau, then the tendency would be to come to a comfort zone. This is not a self-discipline. And as I told, there are ups and downs. So then you must understand what you are doing, why you are doing, and how you want to do. That will also help you to have self-discipline. It is better to have some good mentor also, which will observe you, which will review your progress also, and try to have your self-discipline. So I have a small story, but because of time, I cannot share it. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you.
If you permit, may I also give one
Yes,
thing?
sir, just
Yeah,
30
please,
seconds, sir.
please,
30
please,
seconds
30.
or 1 minute. Yeah.
Oh yes, one minute only.
Yeah.
So what we have taken from this your video, that once the goal is given to children, the patience has come. This is the test of patience, and the automatic comes. And what is the self-discipline? It is a systematic approach to achieve success or goal. That in our group we have discussed with, and Anil sir has given so enthusiasm me that I could.
Thank you.
say something.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
You have finished very well with Anil sir. And Anil sir, can I ask one question? What is the major element or major component of self-discipline which is actually tested in that video? What is that element?
You see, in my view, you have seen the children.
Yes.
So you see, there is a tendency to grab the chocolate, and unless you have a patience. So when you have a patience,
Yeah,
can.
I'm asking out of those 4 components.
Yes.
That is number 1, goal, motivation, delay gratification, and persistence. Out of
Yes.
those 4 components, which is the
Persistence.
component which has been actually tested?
So persistence, all are very important, but I will say persistent is very good. Persistent means never give up. When this man Churchill was asked to give a speech after World War II, so he told 5 words only in Oxford. So
Yeah,
people
Anil
were
sir,
waiting for
Anil
him.
sir, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Just you have not understand my question. The question is, out of those 4 components, which I have already discussed, that is number 1, goals. Second one is motivation. Third one is delay gratification. Fourth one is persistence. Out of these 4 components, which component is majorly tested in that video?
Gratification, in my view.
Yes, it's delay gratification. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We have touched upon all the angles. Thank you so much. Yeah. Shall we go for room number 1?
Yes, Sageer, I'll share the screen for room number 1.
Yes, sir.
And my teammates will start discussing about it.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, myself Jagdish Nunia from team number 1. We observed from this video clipping that the goal is, the rule is set here for some time to get another marshmallow, and the motivation was you will be rewarded with another if you don't consume first one. And the third point, we also observe the delayed gratification. Here, usually people go for lesser goal with clear path. They overlook the difficult path for the bigger role. Here, the challenge was given to the student. If they don't consume, they will be rewarded. Otherwise, they will not get the second marshmallow. And the persistence is the holding till the end, despite the challenges or waiting time. This was a target for the, these are the action they require to get the second marshmallow or the reward or the goal, to achieve the goal.
So we will go to the second question, sir.
We will go the next one. What are the observation from this related video regarding self-discipline? There were various methods of handling the temptation, like using other senses. And when you have freedom there to make the decision, you take the right decision to achieve your goal. That children did it very wonderfully. You are awarded one more at the end. When you are self-disciplined, you will always be awarded in long term. And if you go for the short-term gain, you will be a loser. Understanding the following delayed gratification determines one's success, which is the result of this study of the Stanford University also. They did the same type of experiment with various occasion, and it was found that those who are successful in this self-discipline, they are also flourished in their life and in all sphere. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, over to Sageer.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely excellent, sir. You have, you have related that video with each and every point. And here I'm using the Arun sir's word, bang on the target. Absolutely, you have done great job, and actually Jagdish sir made my job very easy by telling that no, it's a study of Stanford University. Thank you so much. We have completed the breakout rooms, ma'am. 3 breakout rooms.
Yes, yes, 3 rooms.
Thank you so much. And let me share my screen. So thank you so much for your active participation, friends. And this is one quote: the ability to discipline yourself to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term is the indispensable prerequisite for success. This is the quote by Maxwell Maltz. You might have known Dr. Maxwell Maltz. He has written a famous book, Psycho-Cybernetics. It's a classic one. So this is the quote from him. And actually the video is about the famous marshmallow test, which is done by Dr. Walter Mischel and team in 1960. Basically, it's a Stanford University, 40 years of Stanford University research. Actually,
Sageer, put it on slideshow.
Which one, sir?
Put your presentation on slideshow.
Slideshow.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So actually, this is a famous marshmallow test. The whole crux of this test is 1 treat right now, 2 treats later. Okay, this is done by Dr. Walter Mischel and his team in 1960. As we can see in the video, what they have done, they have chosen 4 and 5 years of age of children. They have made them to sit in a private room, and they have kept one marshmallow in front of them on the table. The deal is, if you eat this marshmallow, you will not get anything. But if you don't eat this marshmallow, when we are outside, you will get another marshmallow. So this is the deal, and we have seen thoroughly in that video. Some children, they have jumped up and ate the marshmallow in that test, and some children, they have just played around with the marshmallow, and they restrained for some time, up to few minutes. After that, they have eaten. And some children could manage not to eat the first marshmallow, and they have actually rewarded with the second marshmallow. So this is the whole design of the study, and it has become very popular, not because of the design of the study, because they have done that. They have done so many follow-up series of studies almost for 40 years, and they have revealed some surprising, results, that actually these children who could manage not to eat that marshmallow, they have scored actually very well in terms of health, career, life, in all the areas. They have shown lot of progression when compared to other children, and compared to who could not show the delay gratification. So they revealed that 40 years of this Stanford research found that people with one quality are more likely to succeed, that is delay gratification, which is the component of self-discipline. So this is the whole study. So my dear friends, think how much important self-discipline is to become successful in our life. So just I'm leaving a thought for you. And now, when it is that much important, the question arises, how self-discipline can be developed? How can it be developed? What is the step-by-step process? Of course, there are so many ways, so many protocols, so many processes, but I will discuss one way of doing it, one way of developing the self-discipline. And before I do, it is another breakout room, find out the step-by-step process to develop the skills of self-discipline to become a good trainer. Just you link to your training, because we all want to become good trainers, right? So to become a good trainer, to become an international trainer, how we can develop this self-discipline? Actually, what happens? The 5 senses will be there. Any one sense, the past memories, the past failures will become obstacles, not to become successful, right? So if we have a standard process with us, like DMT training, we have seen from the archetypes to the closing. So a standard process is there, and we need to take that to the level. We need to digest the DMT training to the level of unconscious competence. In the same way, if we have a standard process, if we practice this process, definitely we can achieve the self-discipline in the required area, right? So this is the breakout room. I want you to brainstorm and find out the step-by-step process to develop the skill of self-discipline to become a good trainer. So this is a 15 minutes activity, ma'am. 15 minutes. You can make 4 breakout rooms.
Would you want 4 or 3, Mr. Sageer?
Anyone, sir. Anyone, ma'am. 4 or 3 is okay. 4 is better, I think.
Okay.
Because we'll have more inputs.
I'm opening all the 4 rooms.
Yes, yes. So last time I could not join every room, ma'am. I could join only room number 1.
Okay, because I don't know, maybe as co-host, we are not able to do it.
Okay, okay.
Maybe if we are the host, we could do it.
Okay, ma'am. Fine, no problem.
But I have the enabling to move you to rooms in case you let me know.
Okay, fine, ma'am. I will go to room number 2, and then I will come back and I will ask you. Yeah.
You are right now being allotted room number 2.
2, ma'am. Yes.
Sageer ji, on behalf of room number, I will share my screen.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So Magesh sir, are you able to see my screen, sir? I think you are mute, sir.
Yes, able to see, able to see.
Yeah, will you be in a position to share it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
So step-by-step process to develop the skill of self-discipline to become a good trainer. We have taken the example of Tunisian ants. Tunisian ants never forget the main goal. So we start with list down the weaknesses in ourselves, then have concrete plans to improve them, then prepare a script. And while preparing the script, important thing is that keep the end in mind. Begin with keeping the end in mind. And so after that, prepare a draft presentation And after that, review with mentor, colleagues, seniors, and get their views. Then finalize the presentation, then deliver it as planned without any digression. So after that, get the feedback, comments, criticism, positive, negative. Again, go back to the first point where we started, and then do the practice and make it a habit, and become it, or make it as a culture of an individual, and take one topic first and start from can
Start from scratch.
start from scratch. Okay, okay. And so as a trainer, we should have the self-discipline to succeed in what we need to do. So that is our input from room number 1.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
so
Magesh,
much,
sir.
sir. Whatever
Thank
you
you.
chalk it down, it is very clear, and even I could not have framed these many points in my mind after reading so much about self-discipline. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And shall
Magesh
we
ji.
go
Thank
with
you.
room number 2? And that is the power of implicit learning, in fact. Room number 2.
Room number 2, there were few people assigned, but I don't know right now, only Lakshmi is shown in the room.
Okay.
Yes, those who were a part of room number 2. There seems a technical glitch, I don't know.
Yes, ma'am. We'll move on to room number 3.
Yes, yes. Room number 3, Atul, yes.
Anybody would like to speak, please? I speak. What do you want? Okay. Room number 3, we have Atul sir, we have Naik sir, we have Nonia, Jagdish, Nonia, everybody. All. So first thing is your mindset. You should have burning desire, passion, and hunger to acquire the skill of self-discipline in trading. Then you must get yourself regular updating and training. So when you want to transform the people, first you should get yourself fully trained and update yourself. And you should also find the way of implicit learning, not chalk and talk. You write down and people just saying it. Try to get the thing through the people, as Sagar is doing through us. So this is the way. Then you should be SME, subject matter expert. You should be, and you must have clarity on your goal, what outcome you want, what value you want to give them. So how you want to transform them. Desire to transform the audience. You must avoid procrastination. Then art of VAK, your visual, auditory and kinetic, these things you must understand. Then you must be having knowledge of tools, presentation tools or video, online training program. These all tools, whatever it is used, you should be skillful in that. Then you will be a good trainer. So then you must, like PowerPoint, you must understand what is opening, what is closing, how you want to transition. So what is language you want to use. Then you must have relationship and understanding of the persona archetypes. Before you go to the training, all these points you should keep in view. And you should be a good time management. Your training should be opening and finish. It should be in a stipulated time. So you must get the feedback. That is a lead feedback, not a lag feedback. Lag feedback means somebody gives you, feedback after 2 months. No, immediately you get the feedback and try to change yourself, try to improve in your next training program. So then you should be good in storytelling. So this you should be a part of your some training program wherever it is relevant. Then design thinking. Last but not the least, practice to become world-class trainer. Thank you very much. So anybody from this group, please welcome.
Thank you
Group
so
number
much, sir. You have covered all the points.
Thank you.
Excellent, sir. Excellent job done. So only thing is some sort of alignment is required. That will do.
It is a time.
Thank you so much.
Time.
Yeah.
We wanted to jog down. Yes. Good
Yes,
point.
ma'am. Next room, please.
Thank you.
Room number 4 is ours.
Yeah.
Well, Anil sir has not left anything to what we have to discuss. But what we have discussed is in our room. This is the same thing. Perhaps a strong will to success. First of the trainer should have a strong will in himself, so that anything we will start to do, there must be strong desire, burning desire, whatever the Anil sir has written. And then the physical well-being, he should be physically fit.
Very
And
good. Very
Yeah.
good.
and then he should be a good reader and having lot of good material, collection of very good material, so that he may have much more material than if any question asked, then he can be able to answer at the random and convince the people. And then the company of successful people, he should have a company of successful people, so that he may be a good reader. And find the values and ethics. This was a very great point given by Mr. Samuel. We should have our own values and ethics in such a manner that if we are going to train something or transfer someone, so our values and ethics are so strong enough. They should match what we are going to tell you. This is our thought process. Clarity of mind, creative mind, and lifelong learner, communication skills. These are the most attributes of systematic and approach. Transform the people. And if anything remains, join DMT2 course.
Yes, very good. Sagar
Thanks,
sir,
sir.
Sagar ji,
Sir.
one point I want, if you permit me, I want to add one point
Sure,
more.
sir. Sure, sir. Please, please.
So when you as a presenter think your audience 100 times more intelligent than you, and when you want to speak, you speak like a 6-year-old child when you want to communicate to them. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So rooms are completed. Moment. Over. No?
Yes, Mr. Sageer. Yes.
Yes, yes. Let me share my screen. So thank you so much for all your inputs. Without your inputs, this presentation will not be completed, and so much, so comprehensive inputs you all have given. Whatever I'm going to tell or whatever I have told, that only you have really come up with your breakout rooms. In fact, that's the power of implicit learning. So moving on. Yeah. So how to develop the skill of self-discipline? See, the self-discipline is the game of behaviors, game of impulses. See, it is the prefrontal cortex region is responsible for this, self-discipline. So the process also can be very cognitive based. So I have designed in such a way, and so we'll see. The first one is decision. It all starts with the decision. Take a decision. What is your goal? So if you have taken decision, take a decision. After that, you make a clear-cut action plan. And also, you review it very frequently. And then, purpose. If you set your goal, see, we have seen all 4 major components. Number 1 is goal. Number 2 is motivation. See how motivation comes. If somebody are pushing you, definitely motivation will not come. Motivation will come by being clear with your purpose, knowing why you are doing that. And Mr. Simon Sinek says that the question why is actually of emotional nature. and people will react very effectively to the emotional communication. So we have to dwell upon our purpose. For example, I am in the sales field by profession. I want to become a trainer. And I know very clearly why I want to become a trainer. I want to earn more money than what I'm earning. 3 folds, 4 folds. Inshallah, it will be happen. And the second thing is, I want to be famous. And third one is, I want to contribute to the others for achieving their goals, to the others who really want to do something, who really want to grow in their life. So this is what my purpose of becoming trainer. So you also be very clear with your purpose so that it will motivate you. And the third one is inner belief system. Set your self-image. The self-image is the most famous term. It's coined by, again, Dr. Maxwell Maltz in the book of Psycho-Cybernetics. So after that, a lot of self-improvement books have come based on that book. So in Psycho-Cybernetics, Dr. Maltz say that it is all because of self-image. It is your success or failure. It is all because of self-image. Okay, what is self-image? Self-image is a mental portrait. It's a mental picture which is generally happen with your past memories, past experiences, failures, success, behaviors, attitudes. But it cannot differentiate what is success and what is failure. So many negative beliefs will hit your brain once you set your goal. And even if you are motivated, sometimes you cannot keep that motivation for long time. So many negative thoughts will hit your brain that you cannot do this, nothing will be happen. So this is all because of your self-image. So we have to set our self-image, and Maltz suggests imagination is the best technique, because our subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is reality and what is imagination. So if you do 1 or 2 minutes imagination on your goal, you can send the thoughts very clearly to your self-image so that your personality will be developed. So this is basically related to the delayed gratification. So if you want to improve delayed gratification, you have to first set your self-image, then only you can firmly believe I'm going to get the future rewards. Firmly believe I'm going to get the long-term reward. And the fourth one is knowledge, acquiring more and more knowledge, doing more research, actually working upon that. So the best way to do is books and a lot of webinars, podcasts, and of course, mentor. So you all have covered all these points, right? So acquire more and more knowledge of your goal so that you can stick on to your goal. You cannot be distracted. You can have clear-cut focus. Then it would be very easy to maintain the self-discipline. It would be very easy to resist your impulses of the short-term pleasures. So that is also, in that way, acquiring more and more knowledge, you can improve your delayed gratification. And by setting your inner belief system, by setting your self-image very clear, you can improve the inner beliefs. You can improve the delayed gratification component of the self-discipline. And then, most important thing, build the habit. Actually, habit is the action part. It is the action part. So if you build the habit, it will make your job very easy. But unfortunately, to build a habit, also you need the self-discipline initially. Once it becomes a habit, it will become automatic. So again, Maltz tells that it will take 21 days to build the habit, but recent studies are telling that it will depends upon the repetitions. It is not exactly 21 days. It depends upon the repetitions. How many times you repeat the action, that many times the wiring will be happen, neuroplasticity will be happen in the brain, so that your job will be very easy, right? So, and another step is accountability. You always do with your trusted ones. You share your goals with your trusted people, with your friends, with your spouses, or with your husbands, and tell them, see, every day I want to read this book at this particular time. If I don't read, you ask me. So then the accountability will come. So you journal it, you write down, you review it. In that way, if you be accountable, then also it will be very easy to maintain this self-discipline. So this is the whole process. With that, you can actually develop the self-discipline in whatever the area you want. See, to become a trainer, you need not to be so, disciplined in other areas, right? If you can maintain that self-discipline in that training area, it would be enough. But if you want to, if your goal is making six-pack, it is then another, process is the same. But in every area, by using this process, you can actually develop this self-discipline. And another, one more step is also there, that is reward yourself. Reward yourself. If you do for 10 days one activity continuously, and if you like it, you definitely reward and you make celebrate small celebrations. So in this way, friends, you can actually develop the skill of self-discipline. So see, this is the person who expresses the feeling after listening the self-discipline topic, because he doesn't know the value of self-discipline. He doesn't know the importance of self-discipline, but this is the person after knowing the value of self-discipline, he's also saying that I am also ready to improve the self-discipline. So go and grab your success by marshalling the art of self-discipline. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yata, ma'am?
Yes, Mr. Sageer, you're done?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
Can I stop sharing?
Yes, please. Now, before the floor is open to the questionnaire, I do not know if Arun sir is in a position to join us. Maybe by the time he joins, we could proceed with the questions. And when he joins, we can
Sure.
hold our questionnaire and then get back later.
Yes.
So over to the audience. Maybe
Sageer,
we have another 2-3 minutes for questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Sageer, sir,
Yes,
I have 63 days to change any habit. It requires 63 days.
Yes, sir. 63 days, 245 days. See, it depends upon your habit. It's exactly not depends upon. See, 61 days. I have heard from Robin Sharma. I have heard from Robin Sharma.
Yes, 63 days.
Yeah.
That, in 5 AM club, he has written.
He has told that 63 days it will take.
Yes.
63 days. But naturally, it depends upon, the habit. What is the habit we want to build? And it also depends upon the repetitions. Okay. Some habits you can do in a day more times, right? Some things you can do more times in a day. So it will become more automatic. It will become very early automatic, right?
Automatic.
One point I want to.
Thank you.
one point I want to say, Sageer. In the last this one phase, you said you have self-discipline in one this one. It is not necessary to have self-discipline in other this one. It is not like that. Self-discipline becomes a habit. Once you cultivate that habit,
Okay.
in all areas of your life, you will be self-disciplined.
Okay.
That point one, I wanted to correct that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is actually controversial point. I mean, contradictory point. I will go further. I mean, I will check upon. I will read more and more on that point because it's a contradictory point. Because if you want to become something, you really need not to. For example, you want to do a creative job. You need not to wake up, early morning, 5 o'clock, do it, because most of the people who does the creative job, they will work up to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, then they will sleep up to 9 o'clock. And there are some morning persons, there are some evening persons. So it's a very contradictory point, but definitely I will learn more and more on that. Thank you.
I just want to mention on a lighter note, when Narendra sir spoke just now, I think it's his grandchild who was singing Baba Black Sheep. I think we've all practiced that, habituated, and today also we can recite along with the little one. I'm sure this is also a kind of discipline, isn't it? To learn
Yes,
something,
yes.
creative.
Even though she is far away, but voice could be
It was
recorded.
clearly heard, sir. It was clearly heard.
Thank you.
Fond
Very
memories.
good.
Fond
Very
memories of
learning.
these rhymes, always.
Right.
But why 63 days? I think the 63 minutes has been enough for us to, discipline ourselves and make a habit and, go with the rigor, right? It's all in the mind, as they say,
Yes.
the willingness.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
sometimes
discipline is okay.
one,
Discipline is okay, ma'am, but habit, no, it will take some time.
Yes,
To build a habit, you need self-discipline.
absolutely.
So habit
sometimes
is nothing like
You
automatic.
see,
Yeah.
Sujata ma'am,
Yes, sir.
earlier I used to, in my young age, I used to get up very late, my long sleep. I don't know, it is the aging factor. Now for the last almost 25 years, I get up sharp at 4 o'clock. I don't know. It happens naturally, it has become a habit. So I see my watch, dot 4 o'clock, 5 minutes this way, that way, I get up.
Biological
So
clock.
that is $1 million questions for those who are younger to you.
So they are all very
We would
smart.
like to sleep late.
They are more smart. They are more smarter than me, all of them.
No,
So
no,
I was
no.
nothing. This
sleep
Balaji
clock.
and all, Akashji, they are very
Yes.
smart.
Yes, yes. Maybe, as you say, with the age we sail, and implicit transformation happens that, you never know that you have got used to this kind of a rigor. Very
Exactly,
wonderful
exactly.
presentation, Mr. Sageer.
Ma'am, I have a question to Sageer sir.
Yes, please follow.
Who's younger
Is it okay, ma'am?
He's the youngest of all.
Nagi Sahab, tell some interesting story.
No, I'm just saying, who's younger to Mr. Anil Goswami? I said, he's the youngest of all.
Very good.
Oh my God.
That's the
Anil
spirit.
sir,
Let
Anil
me,
sir is the youngest for all.
You don't
You let
measure the
me not-
youngest by the tone and
Nagi
tenor of the
Sahab,
skin.
you let me continue in this group. Don't throw me out.
No, please take it as an honor, sir.
Yeah. Nagi Sahab is we love him. We love Nagi sir.
Yes, sir, Bala, and then I think
Yeah,
Kanaka ma'am also
Sageer,
has.
I have a question, whether it's
Yes.
right or wrong, I don't know. The question is like this: whatever we cannot measure, we cannot control. This is a famous saying. We all know that. Now, when it comes for self-discipline, is there any measurable for it? Anything like that? It can be measurable. It can be controllable like that.
So if you are achieving your goal, that is the measure.
So you have to see only the
if you are
outcome.
living in between, if you are just leaving your goal in between, it is you are not maintaining the self-discipline.
Like attributes 1 or 0, binary. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sujata ma'am, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
So you see, one thing is self-discipline. We get up, we want to do something. I want to have clarity. Well, I want to get up early in the morning. The second thing is the productivity. I am spending 4 hours every day on something. How productive I am in that thing? Am I able to achieve my goals? So what I have perceived. So, I am doing every day 4 hours on some activity regularly, but my productivity, somebody productivity may be 100%, mine may be 10%, 20%.
Sir, I know one technique. I know one technique on your question, that Sinfeld technique. It is called Sinfeld strategy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It answers both, self-discipline and productivity.
Yes, sir.
What actually, Sinfeld is a famous comedian. So what he suggests his younger comedian, that you just make I don't have calendar here, I think. You just make a chain in your calendar. You take one calendar, entire year calendar, and you just make a chain. Don't break that chain. Your focus should be on making the chain. Like, no, you want to become a comedian, so you write 1 or 2 jokes. Don't bother about what you are writing and whether people can laugh with that writing or not. You don't bother about that. Every day you write 1 or 2 lines and you just mark on your calendar and don't break that. So after some time, one chain will form, and don't break that chain. After 6 months or 1 year, there will be a lot of improvement. That is nothing but productivity.
Okay.
So the measure is 6 months.
Excellent, Sageer.
Oh, it is 6 months, or it is again depends upon goal,
No,
Individual to
excellent,
individual.
excellent answer.
So
Thank
it's
you.
a simple strategy. It answers both self-discipline and productivity.
Yes.
Thank you. Kanika ma'am, you had raised your hand to any query?
Yes, ma'am. Just to share one experience.
Yes.
Actually, Sakeer sir, your presentation is very, very interesting. Actually, we need more about this content.
Boring presentation. So
Not boring, very interesting,
great
very
compliment.
interesting. And
Thank you so much.
the trainers who want to be a good trainer, they should aware about such type of content. Isn't it very nice? Actually, you say about some accountability.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
asking our better half to remind me to read the books.
Yes, ma'am.
I think most of the women trainers, it is very hard to do like this. That is
Ma'am, not
my
only,
part.
yeah. See, not only with your better halves, you can have, nowadays there are so many Facebook groups, there are so many groups in all the social media, so you can associate with them. And you can, if you want to start walking, you can find some friends who are like-minded. So in that way, if you just because there the accountability will be there. And if she comes, if I don't go, it won't be nice. So in that way, it will work out.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
I think the best habit is the moment you get up, you check your WhatsApp. Every 1 hour you practice the habit of checking your WhatsApp. And that's also one of the finest disciplines of the current scenario, isn't it? All of us feel restless if it's missed out for a few hours. And this is an example on a lighter note for practice to make it a habit. Thank you so much. Thank you.
More easiest practice. Your mind automatically goes toward WhatsApp.
Absolutely. Any further queries? Otherwise, I request the host to close the meeting. Anyone else? Thank you, Mr. Sageer and Mr. Mahesh. Thank you for your impact speech.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yesterday, actually, the practice session was not there. I would have done mess. So I could learn so many things. A lot of inputs from Nagireddy sir, Anil sir.
We clap your presentation. Well done, sir. Mahesh sahab, Mahesh ji, आप बहुत अच्छा बोले हो. You spoke very well.
No. Yeah. Because
very well.
Thank you.
Yes.
The greatest, the humility is acknowledging the feedback that we receive. That's the greatest thing. And
Yes.
we need to always follow that, for a betterment of self and our association with others. Just receiving a feedback and, falling silent, I
Right.
don't think it helps.
Yeah.
Every statement from every person adds to your strength. I think that's the strong belief we move forward. Thank you so much.
One question comes in my mind, ma'am. If you permit me, I may ask. The Bala sir asked about the measure, how to measure, and measure is only outcome. So if there is no outcome, then there in the self-discipline may not be. You mean this? But I have worked. The result is favorable or not favorable. That is not. But my control, my self-control, that is my meaning.
Right.
Measurement is each step you take towards your goal. You can keep measuring whether it is in the right direction or not.
Yes,
Each
that's
step,
all.
that is the measure.
Outcome.
You are not deviating from the goal.
The outcome is not in our hands.
No, forget about the outcome. See, suppose 10 steps towards the goal is there.
Yes, sir.
First step, if you have missed, then you can correct it. That is one measurement.
Okay.
Each step when you take, you check whether you are moving towards the goal or not.
Yes.
Exactly.
That is the measure.
Beautifully said.
Further, as I told, life is not linear. It is ups and downs. That you have to accept it. Sometime, you have to, as you are going against a current in a river, and you have to automatically you go back. Again, you put force, you try to go beyond, like
That is a measure.
again you go. That is so you keep on trying. Even you fail, you keep
So
on
why do
trying.
you want to keep a measurement less than your goal?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A measurement of goal, no, achieving the goal, no, then the whole process is waste, right?
Goal is not one step, leap or jump. It is a process. It is from first step, second step, third step. Like that, different steps are there towards the goal. Each step you can evaluate and see whether you are moving in the right direction or not.
That's all.
When you join an army, you don't win Chakravarti in one day. So you have to fight many wars. Then you win the medals. It is not one day. It is a process, as Narendra Saab told. You go on consistently, go on doing. Thank you.
But
I think,
getting medal is not the how many other persons are also dying in war. They are also doing their work. They are not the self-discipline.
You appreciate yourself, na? When you achieve something, you learn something, you pat yourself. Yes, I've done it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I think Nagi sir wants to add something.
Yes,
He's
sir.
been waiting.
Yeah. When Bala was responding to the goal, is he the one who asked, how do you measure, right? What Bala said is right or not. Anything which is not measurable is not achievable. I'm not debating on this, but that's a fact. And I was waiting for the word, and the word has come absolutely correct from Narendra sir. You do have a goal, but what you do in the process, you set up the process itself. And it's a process. Who's a judge? You're the judge. Your conscience is a judge. It tells you, are you adhering to the process? And you will tell. Nobody else did not tell. You'll be telling you're there on track. You're ahead of your track. You're doing accelerated. And here you got it beautifully. I think Bala's session might have talked about PDCA. And when you talk about, you do mistakes. Mistakes do happen. And with mistakes, you learn better. And if you're doing less than 4 mistakes in a billion activities, you call yourself Six Sigma.
Yeah.
And
You are right.
Six Sigma is not just one, it's a process. You can apply that Six Sigma into every process of life. Okay, you don't have to go for the jargon, or you say you need a coach like Bala to teach you, but very simple. What you tell yourself is, am I better today than what I was yesterday? Isn't that measurable? Consciously, we can tread that path. And when you're there, you're there. And you know what happens? Your goals do change. The goals are not sacrosanct. You will have a better benchmark. What you fixed your goal yesterday, but based on your capacity of yesterday. But as you go forward, you raise the benchmark. And it is that intent within you I got to excel. When that gets in, you are unstoppable. And here we talk about motivation. People require motivation when their value systems are low. It's an external motivation. What if you get your own internal motivation? That's when your high value, your hierarchy of values do matter. When you get that printed firmly in your subconscious, and this subconscious, as rightly Sageer was saying, repetition. As you keep repeating those sides, it gets lost, and the automaticity will come in. And the rule of the game is how best you utilize your 24 hours. It's same, 24 hours the same to me, to Bill Gates, to Narayan sir, to Siddhartha Manam, same. And then how best we can utilize. This practice gets into it. I've seen in your roadmap to success all the elements of thing. The last one was something practice. Just do that. And the moment you are shying away from do that, that is the learning to say that a pitfall of downward spiral is for sure. And who says that? You yourself will say, yes, I missed this habit today. I didn't practice it. You know it, you didn't do it. But again, don't be harsh on you. Yes, that's something else what he said. There must be a response, there must be a reward. Reward yourself the way I was saying, Anil sir, doing this pat. Yeah, you can pat on your back. You have every day to pat on your back when you're doing good. This propels you to do something more and more. The moment you get into the path of self-discipline, as Sageer San was saying, that's the beginning of it. Self-discovery, self-mastery, and all the self-concepts will go on. You will be really an unstoppable person.
Can I say one thing?
Please go on, sir. I'm over. I'm done. Thank you.
So lastly, I want to say, you must understand your capability also when you become old, and you cannot keep that habit. You know, I just want to 30-second story of Milo, who was world's best wrestler. So he went to a jungle, then he wanted, with big force, he wanted to cut the tree through big force, and his hand was stuck in the jungle. Then that tree was in the jungle and it could not come out. And you know what happened? Then he died of thirst, hunger. There was nobody around, and all tigers and wolves, they ate him. You must know what is your age group, what is your strength, what are your limitations, and do accordingly. Don't be over enthusiastic also. Try to understand everything. Realistic. That is a realistic power. Thank you.
That is a successful formula.
Thank you.
Your hero must be pretty big.
Never copy and paste. Never copy and paste. Never.
Your hero must be very big built frame. Am I right, sir? Anil sir? Because you said all the lions in the jungle ate so much.
No, that fellow, he was thinking that I am a young man in a jungle.
It's a lighter part.
It's on a lighter note. Yes.
So people came. His end was very sad. That man Milo. There is a big story.
I recollect Lal Bahadur Shastri saying, Lal Bahadur Shastri is a very short-statured, short height person.
Short.
Very short.
Somebody
asked him, so being short, how you can rule India? He said, it doesn't matter how tall I go or how my head above the clouds. It matters how firm my feet are, they are grounded. Simple. That's a pragmatic part. This is where again Sageer has given in between the chain, upskill yourself, improve your knowledge. All that is there. Towards the time, what are the shortfalls or pitfalls I'm going to have? This is what you're going to perceive. Inbuilt. Go ahead. This is all we are doing right now. We are reskilling and skilling ourselves here. We found these are lacuna. How do we bridge them? How do we fulfill them? Go and learn. This is what he said. So I want to have a better goal. Okay, what is that? I need to have the additional resources. Go and pick them up. Everything within your ambit of comfort. What you can pay for it. Payment is not just money. It's an investment of time as well. So when I have that, why not go and pick it up? And be that different girl. And here I'll use one last word. Be that infinite possibility to the world. And you say your purpose is served. The very purpose why we are here is that. And be that. Thank you.
And lastly, the golden rule is your health.
Thank you so much for enlightening.
Focus on your health.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nagaru sir.
Yes.
Thank you,
Mr.
Sujata.
Sageer, Mr. Sageer, with all best wishes.
Thank you, sir.
That your journey goes, with a multitude of transformation to the attendees or to the audience. Wishing you all the best for today from all of us. God bless. So I request the host to kindly close the meet if everybody has shared their viewpoint.
Thank you, Sujata ji. God
God
bless
bless.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sujata ma'am.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much, Sujata.
My
You
pleasure.
gave us opportunity to chat and various things.
Wonderful host.
This is in continuity to the habit of self-discipline.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Anil sir, Sageer sir, everybody. As I can I give a high five? 1, 2, 3.
High five. And on a philanthropic note, let us keep Mr. Vinod Menon's son in our prayers and pray for his return, safe return. Let's see
We
how
can take
this.
screenshot. Somebody can take.
I was about to say that, Anil sir. Let us take a screenshot.
Please, somebody.
Who's going to do it? Let us. Mahesh, can you please?
Can I do it?
I don't have, I cannot take that. I am not used to taking screenshots.
Okay, okay. Let me take.
Can you ask
I am
other ladies and gentlemen to come over?
Just hold on for a second. Everybody thumbs up, please. Yeah, done. Sageer sahab, aapne nahi kiya.
Jagdish has just joined. Just it came out of the video. Now again. Just
Sageer,
ask
aap
once.
bhi karo na. Now,
Lakshmi wants
give
to
me
say
time.
something.
Give me time. Just a moment. Done, sir. Done.
Bala is
Done
also
already.
Bala is attempting. Let us give
Done,
Bala
done.
also a chance.
Done, sir. Done.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
in the process, I forgot I have the second thumb. I raised only one.
But Arun sahab told not to share these things. Should we share?
Just keep it with you, sir. Let's see how and when probability we'll share.
So I will share on personal